What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality, guys. Today we have Q&AF. That's where you submit the questions, and I give you the answers. You can submit those questions, and they can be about anything. They can be about personal development, entrepreneurship, what's going on in the world, whatever you decide you want to ask. But you could submit those questions two different ways. The first and best way to submit them is to email them.
Guys, email those questions in to askandy@andyfrisella.com.
And also, if you, now that we're on YouTube, our full-length episodes are on YouTube, if you guys didn't know, you could drop them in the comment section on the Q&AF YouTube episodes, and we'll pick some from there as well. If you're new to the show, we have a different way of doing things. We have CTI sometimes. Today, you're going to get Q&AF. Other times, we have CTI. That stands for Cruise the Internet. That's our news, social, what's going on in the world type show. We make fun of it. We talk shit. We talk about how these motherfuckers lie to us. And then we talk about what the truth may be. And then we speculate on our theories to what could potentially be going on. Then we have real talk sometimes. Real talk is 5 to 20 minutes of me just giving you some real talk. And then other times it's full length. Full length is, what you see when you tune into any other podcast. It's a full length podcast with a guest, and we chop it up and have a good time, talk about a bunch of shit. And you guys either like it or you don't. But if you do like it, we have something on the show called the fee. The fee is very simple. The fee does not cost you money. All we ask is that if you got value from the show, if it made you think, if it made you laugh, if it taught you something, if it gave you a new perspective, if it helped you see something that you weren't seeing before, basically, if it was worth listening to, we ask that you share the show. Okay. We don't run ads on the show. You'll notice that that's a big difference between this show and most shows. You're not going to hear me read 30 minutes of bullshit that I don't use because I'm getting a paycheck from some motherfucker that I don't even like. All right. I give you my honest opinions. I tell you what I think. You're free to agree with them or disagree with them. That's cool with me. But if you get something out of the show, all we ask is that you share the show. That's it. So if we do good, share the show. If we don't do good, don't share the show. So what's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much.
Do you have a spirit animal?
Yeah, man. I think it's a bison.
Real shit?
Yeah.
Huh. How did that come about?
Well, I mean, look, dude, like bison are a unique animal in that, like, when a storm comes, one of the things that's unique about a bison, first of all, bison's one of the biggest providers. Okay. Like you can do a lot with a bison. Like there's a lot of things it can feed you, it can clothe you, it can house you. There's all kinds of things that it can do. And I'm a provider to many fucking people. Yeah. Secondly, my life has been one big fucking shitstorm since the day I fucking came out till now. Okay. And like, dude, I don't hide from that. I don't fucking walk away from that. I go right into it. I handle business the best I can, and I keep moving forward. And, the whole secret to my success in life is perseverance. And that's how I know that all of these people listening are perfectly capable of building any level of success that they want to, because I understand how special I'm not. Okay. So I've always been a fan of bison.
Those fucking things are big.
When I was getting recruited in high school, I wanted to go to Colorado. Like these were things. I went on one of my official visits. I went to Colorado State. Like these things, that it's I don't know why
it's always been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just always
something
been there.
Why?
No, I was just curious, man. Cause like I was seeing this poll, and I guess, I don't know if that's like a trend that's coming back now. People are like, oh, what's your spirit animal? And I don't think I really have one. Like, I don't know. I haven't really put too much thought into it like that, but your explanation is great. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it makes sense.
I mean, I think about a lot of shit.
Yeah. That's real, man. Yeah.
I don't know. It could be a bulldog, bro. Bulldogs are also like, it's very similar to me. They fucking like food. They like to sleep. They do funny shit.
Yeah. There's some crossovers there.
Yeah. Right. So, it could be it could be a mix.
Yeah. Well, I like the bison better.
A bison. Yeah.
Bison or buffalo? What's the difference?
I don't really know the difference. I think it just depends on.
Is it the geographic thing? Like where they at?
I'm not sure. We got Google though, and you can look it up right there in front of your face.
Bison versus buffalo. What's the difference? Let's see here. Okay, this is from Live Science. Okay, I don't know how reputable that is. Burly, shaggy bison, North American hoofed mammals, many people embody the American West, are often referred to as buffaloes. But even though they are in the same family group, as old world buffalo species, the Asian water buffalo and the African Cape buffalo, bison are not closely related to those species. Oh, so they are different.
Yeah, they're different from versions of buffalo that live in Asia and Africa. I mean, you've seen a water buffalo. It looks like a cow. It doesn't look like a buffalo.
Yeah. A bison's a fucking
So I
bison.
think here in the United States, they're just bison.
Yeah. We have some locally, though.
The settlers referred to large beasts as bison and buffalo interchangeably. The name buffalo, though scientifically inaccurate, stuck.
So we're just dumb fucks in America, basically.
No, we can just call things what the fuck we want to call them. We do what we want here in America.
Yeah, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, let's make some people better.
All right, let's do it.
Let's knock these out. Andy, question number 1. Andy, my husband and I, we run a niche manufacturing business. Okay. And this year we hit $1 million in revenue. Since hitting that, many members of our team don't want to participate in our team building exercises, feedback sessions, or take on new tasks, which were all the things we did regularly that got us here. Is the best way forward to address each person's issues individually, or should we, quote unquote, reset our standards with everyone, as this may be a sign that our leadership has holes? How do you look at that?
I think that's a very intricate question. The problem could be a lot of things. The leadership is definitely at fault for what's happening. But what's actually going on, what I think from what I know of that question, what is probably going on is that they set such a strong emphasis on the $1 million goal that now the people have, since they have achieved it, they think that the fucking game is over and that they don't have to fucking get any better. And companies deal with this because a lot of people don't understand that just because, and this is the case with a lot of employees, and this is why it's important to continuously update the vision and the goals of what you're doing and keep them in the loop of the vision of what you're working on. Mm-hmm. So what a lot of employees do and a lot of people do in general is that they, it's just like somebody lose 30 pounds, right? Like they lose 30 pounds and what do they do the day after they lose 30 pounds? They go right back to eating the shit that got them fucking 30 pounds heavier that they didn't like. And this is human nature, because once people hit a goal, they think that they feel good. They don't stop to consider, well, all the shit that got me here, if I stop that, I'm going to go back to where I was. And that's true in weight loss. It's true in business. And it's true in your career. If you're an employee and you get to a certain point, and this happens a lot, employees will progress, and then get to a job that they do just well enough to where they don't get fired. And then they settle into that job for their entire career and they never progress further. And most people don't progress because they stop doing the things that progress them because they think they got it made. This is the case for it's human nature for the most part. And it's a part of human nature that you have to defeat. And so where they made the problem with the leadership here is that they put too much emphasis on the goal of $1 million. First of all, that's not a fucking huge goal. That's like a starter goal for your business. Getting to $1 million, yes, that's commendable, but it ain't the same as it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago. $1 million in business is fucking barely making it. Okay. So the fact that you made it such a big deal to where these motherfuckers think they won the Super Bowl, that's your fault. And you should learn a lesson from that. Okay. Now to fix that, you ask, should you meet with them individually? Here's the unfortunate truth about this. The unfortunate truth about this is that when this happens, a lot of times these people can't be brought back. Because in their mind, they've already decided that they won or they're the best, and you can't get them to check their ego back to understand we're just getting fucking started. Okay. I've struggled with this in my companies over the whole course of 24 years. You know how many people have gone in 24 years, bro? Imagine how many people have come through our system and thought because it wasn't progressing as fast as they want, or it wasn't working the way that they wanted at the time, they come to me and they say, I'm fucking leaving to go do this other thing. And then they leave and the company continues to fucking go, right? And then they're pissed at me about it. Yeah. It's fuck, dude, I fucking told you.
Right.
And there's nothing stopping it. It's going to continue to go. And, because employees lack patience or lack the understanding of patience, and there's a lot of things that go along with this, bro. We have social media culture. We have these fucking 20-year-old kids posting Lamborghinis and shit, making other 20-year-old kids think that that's the way it's supposed to be. Bro, a lot of you kids out there are going to ruin your fucking lives because you are assessing the wrong fucking perspective from the internet. You are thinking, oh, well, dude, I should be doing my own thing. Like they're telling you, oh, dude, I got an Amazon store. I'm fucking driving a Lamborghini. No, bro, they're driving a Lamborghini because you're buying their fucking course about their Amazon store.
Right,
okay?
Right.
Dude,
right.
You have to learn from people who are actually building, not these coaches who are fucking making millions of dollars off of selling you plans to be successful when they haven't actually built a business other than selling you the idea of your business. And like, dude, we have this culture in society right now, and it's going to fucking collapse. Okay. We have this culture in society.
That's a good thing though, right?
Oh yeah. It's going to correct.
Yeah.
It's going to collapse. And here's what I'm going to explain. You scroll through Instagram right now, bro. How much of it is actually coaches?
A lot.
There's fucking 10 coaches for every one person needs a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think's going to happen here? What do you think's going to happen? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually that's going to collapse in, and these people are going to realize they wasted fucking 10 years of their life pretending to be something that they're not, instead of taking that 10 years and building an actual real fucking sustainable career or business. And so like, dude, you can't fix people that think like that. So like, you personally, like, I think the management there might've ruined a whole fucking group of people. So how would you address it? I would address it by getting them in a group, and I'd say, hey, here's what, I feel that we're getting complacent. You guys think that we're kicking ass. We're not kicking ass. And if you're going to continue to be here, you're going to have to reset your standard. And I would draw a line in the sand and fucking set it. And if they don't fucking do it, then, they best of luck doing whatever else they're going to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this is why it's important to fucking understand how to set goals and how to push your team to progression, in the big picture. You have to paint a vision that they understand, that's real, that they see happening, for them to believe and want to stay and continue to work with you. And if you fucking say, like, for example, like back in the day, when I was a less experienced business owner, I would look at other competitors and I would like make them the enemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I would fucking rile our team up to beat this company, right? And then what happened is we put that company out of fucking business because we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what would happen? What happens after that? So what would happen after for fucking 2 years, I'm talking about putting this company out of business and kicking their ass and this and that, and then they go out of business. What do you think happened after that? Do you think that our sales went up because they closed? Because that's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
But what actually happened was our sales went down because the people inside of our company were less driven to compete, and they didn't do the things that got them there in the first place because they didn't see any competition. So because I built their brain around this one, static fucking avenue of how we're going to win, instead of teaching them the proper way, which is take care of your customers, do the best that you can for your customers. Don't worry about what other motherfuckers are doing. Do us the best that we can, which that never goes away. That motivation never goes away because we can always improve.
Right.
All right. So you have to understand that when you make your goal of your entire company, putting somebody out of business or hitting a monetary goal or doing something, that's a definitive mark, there's going to be people that are going to fall off the wagon once you hit it because they don't understand. They're just like every other human. Yeah. It's just like the person who lost 30 pounds goes right back to the bar. Afterwards, they lost 30 pounds. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you have to understand human nature. And that's why, setting these goals, if you're going to set a hard goal like that, it should be big enough to where you're not fucked at $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's almost like it was too realistic of a goal.
Listen, man, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
You know how many mistakes I've made in the 24 years? Fucking all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a bad thing to do. And you should think about what you're using and what method you're using to motivate your company, because it matters a lot. Because if you hit it, once you hit these goals, like for example, like bro, when we moved from our old headquarters into new headquarters, and then we hired new people in here, and they walk in here like this is their first fucking real job, and they think like, oh shit, dude, look at this. We made it.
Mm-hmm.
We made it.
Yep.
They don't have the perspective of the last 24 years where I was fucking sleeping in the back of the store, or I was fucking starving and having to go to my friends' fucking restaurants to eat and shit, or having to shower at friends' places, or, opening our first form, picking up first form, the first orders in the back of my pickup truck at the fucking plant. You know what I'm saying? Driving them around in my retail. They don't understand that.
Yeah.
They don't fucking get it. You can't, and no matter how much you explain it, it sounds like the old man telling the story well, I walked uphill in the
Back in
snow
my
both
day.
ways.
Yeah,
Right. So like when you get to a certain point, you have to start looking for people who have perspective to understand that we're not anywhere where we need to be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, dude, that's hard to do when you're fucking achieving things and success, because when you're winning and you know you could be doing better, and people will use their own thermometer of what winning is and basically decide, oh, well, we're winning, and they'll fucking shut it down. Right. And then those people end up washing out.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's an important thing as a leadership team to make sure that you are dynamic in your motivations for what drives your employees and customers. And what will drive them is not a fucking enemy of a competitor or a, you know, monetary bonus, but actual real purpose. What's the purpose of your business? What the fuck do you do? Why do you exist? And it's not to make money. You're solving a problem. You should be training your people to solve the problem in the best fucking way possible so that they can continuously improve. The company grows, their career grows, and everybody fucking wins. The customer wins, the employee wins, the company wins.
Yeah, love it.
So it's a process, but like, you know, I bet that person won't do this shit again.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to do the same shit for $2 million now?
Yeah, now we're going to do $2 million now.
Yeah. Like,
learn from it.
Yeah.
That's real. Andy, question number 2. Should emotions be removed completely from decision making? And if not, how do you put the right amount of emotions into a decision, whether that's business, whether that's in relationships? How do you separate that? Do you separate that? How does it work for Andy?
I don't make decisions emotionally. I make decisions on facts. I don't make emotional decisions. And as emotional as you guys may perceive me to be sometimes on the show, I'm very, 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 very clear on separating how I feel about things to how things really are. And I think that's a necessary skill for anybody that runs an organization of any kind, whether it's a team, whether it's a company, whether it's an organization, whatever it is that you're in charge of. Even if you're leading a team within a company, this is important for you to understand. Emotion. Every time I've made decisions emotionally, I made the wrong decisions. Every fucking time. So you have to learn to separate, you know, like if you're upset about something, it's okay to be upset, but wait until after you're done being upset to make the decisions about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to separate those things. And that's a discipline that you have to learn. And you'll learn that because what'll happen is you'll go out and make 3 or 4 emotional decisions and you'll ruin some relationships or ruin some fucking shit that you got going on. And you'll learn like, fuck, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll grow up and you won't do that anymore. But, you know, people suffer greatly because they never learn this lesson. You know, like people find out, you know, that, you know, something's going on or, you know, something they weren't expecting hits them in the face or, you know, something drops out of the sky and then all of a sudden they're wanting to fucking change their fucking city and move somewhere and do all, like, bro, that's train wreck shit. That's what train wreck people do. Smart people fucking logically assess the situation, remove the emotion from it, make a decision that makes sense.
Yeah. So, and I love that part because, like, I feel like people would hear that. Well, fuck, you mean I can't have any emotions? No, and you're saying you can have the emotions.
Yeah.
Just don't make that decision
during the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, what's important to do is to allow yourself to feel however you're going to feel, and then make the decision later. You know, like, and that might take a fucking week. That might take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's going to take, but it's okay to be fucking pissed off or angry or sad or upset or fucking irritated or frustrated.
Yeah.
But if you make decisions when you're in that state of mind, they're usually not the best decisions.
Let me ask you this. Does that work the same way on the opposite of that, right? Because, I mean, it sounds like we're talking, like, obviously, you know, negative emotion side. Do you do the same thing when it comes to happy emotions? And, you know, you're like, there's feelings.
Yeah.
Does it apply the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, bro, a lot of people will do this in business, you know, or in life. You know, I'll make a simple analogy for you. How many times you make plans to go to dinner and then when the time to fucking go to dinner comes, you don't want to go?
Oh, yeah. Done it a few times.
Okay. And why did you make the plans in the first place? Because you're in a good fucking mood at the time. This is why I say no to everybody. No, I'm being serious.
That's real shit. Yeah,
you know I do.
Yeah.
I don't go to fucking
I
dinner.
didn't know this was why, though. Okay,
No. I don't go to dinner with nobody. I don't make plans with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. I stay at home. I hang out with my fucking dogs. I fucking hang out with Emily. I fucking go there. I come here. I don't fuck with anybody else. And that's my life. and I'm happy with it. And if people get offended that I don't go to dinner with them, I don't go to dinner with anybody. So don't be too offended, Right. So I've learned over the course of having to cancel, because dude, I don't have any problem if I don't feel like doing, and this is maybe a character flaw of mine, but I'm to the point in my life where, if I don't feel like doing something, I don't do it.
Yeah.
So what would happen is, and I've been in that phase for a long time. And what would happen is I'd make plans and I have to cancel them. And then I feel fucking like karmic guilt for canceling. Right. And so to remove myself from having to cancel on people, now I just don't make any plans, So
I like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one way to fix the problem. It's probably not the best way, but it's what I do. But I'm just saying, you need to remember that, when you're happy and things are good, a lot of people fuck up their whole lives doing this. They get excited about a new business idea, right? Oh, I got this new business idea. It's going to fucking be amazing. I'm going to start it with my friends, my friend Steve and my friend Tony over here. We're going to do this and this and this. And you're paying, cool. It's cool to see you visualize. It's cool to see you imagine. It's cool. But what you're doing now is you're making decisions that are going to affect that business in a very specific way because you're hype about it right now.
Right.
And you're wanting to include your homies who may not be worth a fuck that'll end up fucking your whole plan up. Okay. There's a big difference between your friends that have skills that can actually help you, and then you're just your friends that you fucking hang around with. And I see all these young business owners wanting to start shit with their friends who don't bring shit to the table.
Yeah.
You can't do that. People ask me all the time, how do you do business with Chris? You guys have been best friends for fucking ever. Well, it's very simple. He's good at certain shit. I'm good at certain shit. And if I could do all the shit, I wouldn't have him. And if he could do all the shit, he wouldn't have me.
Right.
And the only reason it works is because the shit he does, I can't do, and the shit that I do, he can't do.
Right.
And that's a partnership.
Yeah.
Or let's say someone brings money to the table, right? And then you've got the idea and you're the operator. That's another kind of partnership. Everybody's bringing something to the table. And, people make bad decisions when they're fucking excited or when they're sad.
Yeah.
And so dude, it's very important for you to identify your own emotional state before you make a decision, because if you don't make a decision that's even, you're going to end up regretting it one way or the other.
Right.
You know
I would say making the emotion.
bro, I see a lot of kids, these days on Instagram, they're working somewhere or they have something good going. They're like, I'm going to fucking start my own thing. They don't understand what entrepreneurship really is about, because it's glorified. It's fucking glorified. You got all these fucking idiots out there talking about how amazing entrepreneurship is, and nobody telling you the truth about it except me. I'm the only one out there that tells you fuckers the truth about it. No one else wants to be that vulnerable with you. But I'll tell you every day, I'm a bad motherfucker, and I get my ass beat every fucking day. And it's hard as fuck. And there ain't a day that go by that I don't want to quit. Not a fucking single day. Not a single fucking day. And I'm highly skilled at what I do. And I'm highly emotionally resilient. And I'm highly disciplined. And I'm fucking very tough mentally. And I still want to fucking quit. So you have to understand that journey that you're trying to go on, if it is to be real, is a very brutal journey. It is a very lonely journey in phases. It's very frustrating. It's a different life than most people get to live. And it's not just fucking Lamborghinis and girls with big titties, bro. That's not the reality of it. You guys think it is, but it isn't. And you got all these fuckers online who teach these people, who glorify the good parts, but don't tell any of the fucking bad parts, or they minimize the bad parts. And they're like, yeah, this shit doesn't bother me. I'm cool. Everything's cool. It's all cool. You're so full of shit, dude. You're so full of shit. And anybody who's a real operator in real life, see, the reason that people can't identify these people very clearly that they're full of shit is because you have these people. I'm here. Okay. I've been running real fucking companies, and I have for fucking decades. These people aren't running real shit other than a coaching program. And then you got the people down here who want to be successful, and they're looking at these middle people and they're saying, fuck, dude, this person seems like they, oh, dude, everything's great. This is great. Everything's great all the time. Fucking happy, blah, 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 blah. And they think that they're telling the truth. Whereas somebody up here, fucking myself or anybody else who's operating real shit, any of the real operators I'm friends with will tell you the same shit I'm telling you. They look at those people and they're like, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar.
And you know it.
Yeah, because I can see it clearly. And you can't see it when you're ambitious from coming up. And so dude, I've always made it a mission, and that was the point of the MFCEO project, to really try to communicate, what I thought was the most realistic version of entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to discourage people. I'm not trying to discourage you.
No, because it's noble as shit to do it.
No, bro, you should know what the fuck you're signing up for. And it's not this glorified fucking shit that you see on Instagram, bro. It's not even close. It's not even in the, it's like, dude, it's not even the same thing. It's not apples to oranges, bro. It's apples to fucking the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking correlation to the presentation that a lot of these people put out as to what it's actually like to run a fucking company or build something real. And, you know, like it gets people in a game that they fucking aren't comfortable in, and they waste a lot of time, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's the stats, bro. 7 to 8% of the population are entrepreneurs. 1% is successful at it. I mean,
do the math. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's hard. It's fucking hard. And if you sign up to go through it, good for you. But you should be prepared, and you shouldn't be believing that, you know, all these people that act like it ain't no big deal are telling you the truth. They're not telling you the truth, dude. They're not telling you the truth.
Love that, man. Andy, a third and final question for you. Andy, what were your thoughts of the State of the Union speech? The whole debacle.
I thought that Kamala Harris standing up every 3 seconds was the most annoying shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. First of all, it's inappropriate. We're trying to listen to the president of the United States.
Yeah.
We're not trying to see you fucking do this fucking dance every time he says one motherfucking thing that you fucking think is okay. And the fact that like the people on the left are so blindly supportive of anybody on their team is disturbing to me.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. Okay. What did I think? I thought he was up there trying to say what he thought would matter most to people. You know, I thought it was highly manipulative. I thought he fucking told a lot of half-truths. Like, for example, like when they started talking about, you know, getting rid of the ATM fees and the bank fees and the fucking surcharges on fucking streaming services. Like, bro, your appeal, they're specifically, so how I see this as an operator is they're sitting in the back room saying, all right, well, how can we appeal to these fucking peasants? What can we talk about that they fucking care about? And I felt that it was totally disconnected, because I feel like that most people like, bro, that would be cool, right? Like, we don't like being taken care of the banks. We don't like to be taken care of by the fucking, or taken advantage of by the fucking, you know, the cell phone companies and shit. Like, he went on and on about that shit. And that should have been fixed fucking 20 years ago.
Right.
All right. But so it feels like they're getting desperate for these little things to dig their fucking hands into.
They think people care about.
That they think because, and dude, they address nothing that actually matters. Nothing that actually matters. They didn't address the fucking border fiasco. They didn't address the fucking balloon. They presented it like they shot down the spy balloon and fucked Xi Jinping.
Right. He
fucking said not a single world leader would trade places with Xi Jinping. I'm pretty fucking sure that's not true. You know,
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
No, it means, dude, it's war rhetoric.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to bring up the morale of our country against China so that when they pop this war off, everybody supports it. And so I felt like it was fucking very inauthentic. Not surprised. You know, he tried to call out the Republicans, which, bro, I don't like the fucking Republicans that much either. But he tried to call them out for wanting to sunset Medicaid and Medicare, and they all fucking were like, "You're a fucking liar." Yeah. They all booed him. And then, like, dude, you could tell he was lying because he got embarrassed because he couldn't fucking point out an example of a single Republican that actually did that.
I can't name no names.
Yeah. Well, the fuck, bro, if you're going to make an accusation, let's hear some fucking names. You know what I'm saying? So that was bullshit. You know, what else was bullshit? You know, talking about the fentanyl coming across when it's he has the fucking audacity to stand up there and try to tell this story about this young woman who died of fentanyl when he's the one that's fucking allowing it to come across the border and fucking unregulated. It's his fucking fault.
Yeah.
And then when he got called out on it, because someone did yell out,
"It's your fault.
It's your fucking fault," he fucking smiled.
Yeah. I think I like the word you said, disconnected. I think that's
totally disconnected. Those people have no idea what real Americans are fucking dealing with. We have much bigger problems. Everybody knows it. And they're trying to appeal to the poor, which is what they always do. They only appeal to two classes of people. Democrats appeal to the very, very poor and the very, very rich, and fuck everybody in the middle.
Which happens to be the majority of people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They don't care about you, bro.
Yeah.
They're appealing to people and saying, oh, we're going to save you $20 on your cell phone, but we'll keep ruining your fucking cities and letting the crime go crazy. He didn't address one critical issue in a real way.
Yeah.
And the shit that he did address, yeah, he tried to make it sound good. But I mean, I think everybody in the world that watched that is like, this guy's a fucking liar.
No, yeah. 100%. Andy, would you give an Andy's version of the State of the Union?
What do you mean? Like now?
No, not right now.
Oh yeah. And then he said it was strong. Everybody knows that we're not strong right now.
No, we're very weak right now.
Yeah.
Very weak. But yeah, would a episode of the State of the Union from Andy come out? Yeah,
I mean, we could do that. Like,
guys, would you want to see that? Say yes in the comments. Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure they would, but it is what it is. It's just reality, dude.
Yeah.
Like the guy's a liar.
Yeah.
Those people are lying. And
it reminded me of like a show, like a movie almost, man.
I also felt like, they're trying to save some face because I think they're realizing that they're going to have to actually win an election again, which, I still believe, like the fact that they're trying to manipulate people into like thinking they're doing good shit tells me that they don't have total control over the elections. Yeah. They're afraid of the elections. And so, he softened up. He tried to talk about things that matter, but like, dude, it didn't connect because for the last 2 years, you've been dismantling our country right in front of our fucking face, and we all know it.
And everybody knows.
Yeah. So like, if I was watching it, let's say I was watching it and he hadn't done what he just did for the last 2 years, I would judge it less harshly. I would say, oh, that sounds good. Actually, it sounds okay. Yeah. But the thing is, you're not addressing any of the real shit that's fucking anybody up. You're enabling it and you're intentionally doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Jill and fucking Doug making out?
Yeah, that was weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
That was
what was also weird was like, did you see the lady in the yellow dress? I don't know who that was.
With the ruffles?
With the fucking shoulder pads.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking linebacker.
Let me see. See if I pull it up.
I don't know who that was, but like these people are dressing like it's the motherfucking Hunger Games, bro. That's where we're getting.
Oh, so that was Kristen Cinema.
Okay, well, you look like the fucking lady from the Hunger Games in that outfit. You shouldn't wear it again.
Districts 1 and 2.
Yeah. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, dude?
I don't know.
And then she did the same thing. She stood up every time Kamala stood up. Every fucking time Kamala stood up, she stood up.
It was like playing a game of like Simon Says.
She was just mirroring her. Which is the whole problem with the Democratic Party. It's why you can't respect them because they all fucking stick together regardless of what the fuck is going on, and they support each other regardless of what's going on, and that's not good for the country at all.
That party line shit'll fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, Andy, that was 3.
Yeah. Go pay the fee.